Hey there. Today we're going to learn how to round numbers to a given place value. And what I really need to do when I am rounding numbers is I need to really understand what place that my question is asking me to round the number to. And typically the numbers will be highlighted or they will be underlined or circled, or it might just say in the directions to round to the hundreds place or to round to the millions place or whatever place they're asking you to round to. So the first thing I need to do is I need to identify what place my question is asking me to round to. With this number, we'll do a couple examples, but we'll start by rounding to the 10,000s place. The 10,000s place. And in this case, when I'm rounding to the 10,000s place, I'm really looking to either change this 4 or I'm going to leave it alone. It's only going to either become a 5, so it's going to go up by 1, or it's going to stay the same as a 4. It can't change into anything else. It won't go down to a 3, and it can't go up to a 6. So we're going to round this number by looking at the number directly behind it. In this case, it's a 7. And the rule for rounding states that if the number behind the place that you are rounding to is a 5 or greater, so 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then this number would change. It would round up to the next digit. So in this case, the 4 would become a 5. If this digit is 4 or less, so 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0, then this digit would not change at all. It would, how we say it, we call it rounding down, but it really, this number doesn't change. It would stay the same. So if I'm rounding to the nearest 10,000 with this number, looking next door, I see that that 7 is greater than 5. So I'm going to add one more to the 10,000s place. That's going to become a 5. The numbers behind that rounded value are now all going to become zeros. So for each digit that we have after the 10,000s place, we are going to insert a 0 as our placeholders. And now we see that 47,312 rounded to the nearest 10,000 is 50,000. We're going to keep this number up here for a second and look at another example. There's a rhyme that might help you remember this, and I'm going to go over it in this example. So the rhyme goes to find your place. So in this case, instead of rounding to the 10,000s place, we're going to round to the thousands place. And it says to find your place and look next door. Again, that's us going backwards to look at the number that's right behind the place that I'm rounding to. And in this case, 3 is 5 or is 4 or greater. So the rhyme goes, find your place, look next door, 5 or greater, add one more. Since I do not have a 5 or greater, I'm not going to add one more. That digit is going to stay the same. So I'm not going to do anything to that digit. Numbers in front stay the same. So that 4, since it's out in front of the number that I'm rounding to, will stay the same. It won't change. But the numbers behind zeros their name. So all of these digits, again, I'm going to change into zeros. And since I have 3 places, I would have 3 zeros. So 47,312 rounded to the nearest 1,000 would be 47,000. Let's take a look at a couple more examples. And in these examples, again, I will continue to use that rhyme. And if the rhyme helps you, great. If not, it's still the basic rules for rounding. So for this number, I'm going to round to my millions place. So with my rhyme again, it would be find your place that you're rounding to, look next door, 5 or greater. Well, that 9 is greater than 5, so I'm going to add one more to my 3, and that becomes a 4. Numbers in front stay the same. Well, in this case, I don't have any numbers out in front, so I don't need to do anything with that. But numbers behind zeros their name. So again, each one of these digits all need to change to a 0. The only number that should be left in this case would be the number that we rounded to. So 3,921,758 would round to 4 million. All right, let's look at one more example, and we'll use this number again. This time, we'll round again to the, actually, let's round to the hundred thousands place. Hundred thousands place. So again, find your place, look next door, 5 or greater, add one more. Since this is not 5 or greater, I'm not going to add one more. That number is just going to stay the same as a 9. Numbers out in front stay the same. Numbers behind zeros their name. And again, I had one digit out in front of the value or the place that I was rounding to, so that number stayed the same. And then I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits behind the place that I was rounding to, and each of those have changed to zeros. So 3,921,758 to the nearest 100,000 would be 3,900,000.